Hi, this is Freddy from Team PI Pokemon.
And this is Summer.
And today what we're going to be doing is showcasing some of our World's playtesting. And on the right hand side, I am playing the deck that was run by Kaya that won the Juniors Division at the North American International Championship. So it is Zoroark-Lycanroc. And on the left hand side, what deck are you running, Summer?
Buzzwole Garb.
Now, obviously we've got some Celestial Storm cards that we need to be playtesting. So one of the things that I've been able to do is get a hold of a couple of cards now from our pre-releases, and one of the things that I have substituted on Kaya's list is, instead of a second Cynthia, I'm actually playing Copycat. So the supporter line is 4 Brigette, 3 N, 2 Guzma, 2 Mallow, 1 Cynthia, and 1 Copycat, and an Acerola. Now, obviously, sometimes we do find that there are some builds that play the Delinquent instead of the Acerola, but I think in preliminary testing, we're kind of siding towards Acerola because of the fact that you can have some exchanges of 2-hit KOs, and Acerola just kind of pushes you over the edge a little more than the advantages of a Delinquent. So Summer has also got a slightly different build to the deck that featured in the North American International Championships. We're actually featuring a slight variation on Daniel Rosa's deck. This is in the Junior Division too. So Summer, do you want to just recap through what's actually in the deck?
So there's 4 Buzzwole GXs with Jet Punch, Knuckle Impact and Absorption. 2 Tapu Lele, 1 of the baby Buzzwole that does Sledgehammer. 3 Trubbish, that the ones with Acid Spray. 2 Garbotoxin Garbodor, and that's it for the Pokemon. There's 4 Guzma, 3 N, 1 Tate and Liza.
Okay, so the Tate and Liza we have put in place of, I believe, the Professor Sycamore has definitely come out. And the Tate and Liza, we just thought, why not give that a little bit of a try, because it also has some switching capability.
And then we also have a Copycat in this deck, just to do at the end of the game. 3 Cynthia.
So I think I put the, I think I substituted a 4th Cynthia for the Tate and Liza, and the Professor Sycamore that was in the deck I substituted out for
another Cynthia.
No, I'm not sure if it's another Cynthia. We got a Copycat and a Tate and Liza. So the 4th Cynthia was the Tate and Liza. The Professor Sycamore was the Copycat. There we go, got it right.
We got 3 Mysterious Treasures, 4 Beast String, 4 Fighting Fury Belt, 4 Float Stone, 3 Nest Ball, 1 Field Blower, 1 Enhanced Hammer, 3 Order Pad, 4 Strong Energy, 7 Basic Fighting Energy, and 1 Beast Energy.
So just looking at the game that's being played right now, already we've seen that Copycat has actually been used on Summerside. Looks as though it's my turn and I've just played the N. And in this Spurs game, I've got to be quite cautious because Summer's already got a Buzzwole active. I've got the baby Buzz. And I know that I can't necessarily do very much if I'm fronting with Zoroark-GXs. It's kind of like when you're playing on the Zoroark-Lycanroc side, you're kind of stuck because you need to be able to have the capacity to play with Lycanroc, but Lycanroc takes 2 energy drops, so I find that fronting with Buzzwole is useful. Summer, you've just done a Cynthia?
Yeah. I didn't have a good hand then. So, just looking for some more cards.
So you hit the mysterious treasure and you discarded the Float Stone.
Yep.
Pretty much trying to get Garbodor up and running straight away.
Yep. Inventing a Buzzwole with the energy. Evolving to Garbatox and Garbodor and jet punching for 60 and 30 on the Rockruff.
Yeah, can take out the Rockruff. Why is it to take out the Rockruff than the Buzzwole? Than the Zoroark-GX?
Because if you have the Lycanroc, then you can knock it out with either absorption if you have 4 prizes left, or knuckle impact with a strong energy as well, and then add the 30 on, it's 190 and then 200 with the 30. And
you've also got the Fighting Fury belt as well. So just trying to figure those numbers out. So you've got if you start hitting the Rockruff early on, you can actually knock it out with knuckle impact. That can also happen with a Choice Band, couldn't it?
Yeah.
So 200 damage could happen very easily and very quickly if Buzzwole has 2 strong energy attached to it.
Yeah.
If Buzzwole's just got 1 energy attached to it, which is a strong energy and a Fighting Fury belt, it will only hit out for 190 with a knuckle impact. You would have to have the Choice Band on there.
Yeah.
So Summer's kind of designing her play around that tactic.
Yeah.
And you don't really need to worry about the Zoroarks, do you?
Not really, because they're weak anyway. And now to a Zoroark, if it was active, it would have had 120 on because of weakness. So I'm trying to attach all the Fighting Fury belts so that my Buzzwoles don't get knocked out straight away, because they only have 190 HP and then it takes it to 230 HP.
Now I'm sporting on the right hand side quite a snazzy pair of Star Wars slippers, aren't I? Hoping that the Force is with me.
Jet punch for another 60 and a 30 on the Rockruff.
It's very hard to be reactive as a Zoroark Lycanroc player in this situation because B-String is just such a big card to have to overcome. So here I Field Blower primarily to try and get a little more grip of this game. I'm finding it really, really tough at the moment. Got the, yeah, so I just, we aren't allowing a little few takebacks here. So what happened was I actually mallowed the previous turn. I got 2 cards at the top, and what I mallowed was the double Colorless underneath the Field Blower. Took the Field Blower, and it would make sense rather than Wonder Tag and randomize my deck immediately to actually trade what I intended to trade, which was the Zoroark-GX, so that's what I took that. So I traded to get the second card and then another card, which just so happened to be Mew-EX. And now I'm actually going for the benched one because I'm starting to think my Zoroark could be in a position where it could knock out the Buzzwole. That's already damaged. B-String has now come into play. But someone really needs to have another attacker on the bench at this stage, don't you?
Yeah.
So Summer uses her GX attack so she can attack in the next turn, hoping that her Pokemon doesn't get knocked out now. I managed to top deck the Lycanroc. But there is a problem, because I can't use the GX attack to knock her out. So what I do is I Multi Switch, manage to get 2 heads on the timer ball. So now I'm doing 90. Should be okay for knocking out the Buzzwole, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Haven't attached yet. And what do? Do I just attack into you?
Yeah. And knock it out.
So Summer only has a Garbodor in play. She has 3 prizes left. I think you had 3 prizes left, yeah?
Yeah.
Plays the Guzma. And Jet punches me. Oh, so maybe, I think she had 2 prizes left. Yeah, 2 prizes left at this stage? Because otherwise you would have B-stringed, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So goes for the Jet punch to try and see whether she can actually secure the remaining 2 prizes. And I've got a bit of situation here because what I'd like to do is I'd like to put the Mew down with the energy, but I don't have a retreat option. I do have double puzzle, so oh, there you go, I got the Float Stone. And I just retreat and attack. There we go. Just having a look at discard pile, just looking at the other options. So it's 1-0 to Buzzwole Lycanroc. Pretty close. It's not Buzzwole Lycanroc, is it? 1-0 to Zoroark Lycanroc. Thank you, Summer, for correcting it. So it's a pretty tense game, actually. One of the things I would like to have seen a little more from your deck was the use of Order Pad. They just didn't seem to come out, did they?
No.
So just looking through the actual Garbodor deck, it maxes out on 4 Guzma and 4 N. The Tate and Liza seem to be pretty much okay, actually, and the Copycat right at the very beginning was very, very useful. Nestball was remarkably useful too.
Yep.
And but not the Order Pads. The Order Pads, I wish you had a little bit more play through those ones. So, Summer, are you electing to start first?
Yeah.
I get a mulligan. So it's 1-0 to Zoroark-Lycanroc in the series. And Summer, what do you start off with?
Buzzwole. And a Trubbish. Nestball.
So we kind of think, is it better to get the baby Buzzwole on the bench at this stage and just sacrifice the first Buzzwole GX, or just go for the Buzzwole GX? Why did you go for the Buzzwole GX?
Because you really need the Buzzwole GX. It's the only GX in there apart from Lele. So, and it's a good attacker, and it just spreads all the damage.
The argument against that would be, if you have a baby Buzzwole, you can B-string, and if you attack with B-string, you can then get your baby Buzzwole knocked out. Once you have it at four prizes. Once I've taken 2 prizes by attacking into the active Buzzwole GX, the baby Buzzwole can attack for a very cheap cost, and you can then B-string onto Buzzwole GX if you needed to. And once the baby Buzzwole goes out of play, it suddenly turns into a 7-prize card game. But at the same time, what you could do is you could actually attach to the bench Buzzwole GX, and you could B-string onto the baby Buzzwole, couldn't you? And then still turn it into a 7-prize card game. So at this stage, I'm thinking, right, I've got to get my Zoroarks out as quickly as possible. I protect the Rockruff. I actually quite liked the fit on Rockruff. And I take a different approach in this game. I start attacking with the Lele. I've also got the Evolutions Mewtwo in this deck too. And it puts us in a very interesting situation, because over the next couple of turns, neither of us actually want to knock out anything else. We want to completely set up so that we have backup attackers.
Yeah.
So you got quite a good hand there with the Strong Energy. And rightfully so, Summer is charging up her benched Buzzwole GX because she knows that I've got the Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Now I'm just using counters just to remind myself that I can't Lycanroc Bloodthirsty Eyes, and I also won't be able to use trade with Zoroarks if they get evolved. I believe at this moment in time that it's quite key for me to get the Lycanroc going. I can still do some damage with the Lele.
Yeah.
So I attach a Strong Energy to the Lycanroc. And what's going through my mind at this moment in time is that I want to land damage on the active Buzzwole. It would be wise for me to get it up to 190 to 220. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to knock out the other Buzzwole GX at the same time. Preferably with Bloodthirsty Eyes.
Yeah.
If I'm allowed to do that. Well, at the same time, what I need to do is I also need to be able to knock off the tool that's on Summer's Garbodor. And in order to to pull off the combination, what I will need to do is I'll need to Field Blower the Fighting Fury Belt on the benched Buzzwole GX, the Fighting Fury Belt on the Garbodor. The problem with this second game is that one of my Lycanrocs is prized. It actually was the last prize in this game. But I do have Rockruffs and I do have Acerola, so I'm trying to get some damage on the Lycanroc. And then what I can do is I can then Acerola, hopefully pull off a wonderful Multi Switch move. I'm asking a lot from my deck, but I'm going to try and do it, and that's basically my strategy. If it doesn't pull off, I can at least do some damage to knock out the Buzzwoles with the Leles and also the Zoroarks too. So I'm really starting to think this one through, but I've got to make a play. I know it's actually quite a critical point in the match, and either I start attacking with the Zoroarks and go toe to toe with the Buzzwole GX, knowing that someone will have 2 turns, potentially 1 turn definitely of B-string. It's a difficult decision for me to make. I've definitely got the Rockruff, so I'm gonna try and bench that to pull off the Acerola maneuver.
You've already Acerola'd.
Ah yes. So what happened was I actually Acerola'd the Lele, but I've got double puzzle in. I think I've got double puzzle in my hand. I definitely have a puzzle at a time in hand. So I actually decided to attack into the Buzzwole GX using the Zoroark, which is quite a risky move. But I needed to try and secure 100 damage on there, which is the maximum it can I can hit it for without risking my Lycanroc-GX. I need the Lycanroc-GX to have very little damage. But I do make a fatal mistake, don't I, Summer?
Yeah.
Because I underestimated Buzzwole GX's attack. Buzzwole GX's Knuckle Impact attack. Hello, Summer. Buzzwole GX's Knuckle Impact attack. Does 160 with 2 strong energy. It does 180 and 200. And if someone starts to find those strong energies and places them on the Buzzwole GX, I'm in real trouble. Okay, so what I decided to do is I decided to knock out the active Buzzwole GX just with a Field Blower. I've got powers in play too. Sorry, abilities. I'm showing my age. I used to call them Poke Powers and Poke Bodies. Right, we've got a Copycat going.
What?
Got a Copycat going.
There's Poke Bodies.
Yeah, they used to be called Poke Bodies and Poke Powers. I'll have to show you some of the older cards another time. Right.
What's happening?
The problem is that I've got sometimes I feel I've got too many options here as well. The problem is that you're not benching anything, so I can't use Dangerous Rogue to great effect. So, you're playing this really, really well at the moment. Dangerous Rogue is maxing out at 100, and I want to use Dangerous Rogue to secure a hit on your Buzzwole GX. So I'm really, really having to think this one through. Now I've got the, you can see I've got the double puzzle in hand. This is my second double puzzle as well, so I'm under quite a bit of pressure to make sure that I choose wisely. So attach the Strong Energy, pull off the Multi Switch, again, some are promoting the Lele's really, really good because I can't knock it out. Now, arguably, if I didn't Field Blower early on, you would still have 5.
Yeah.
And I could have held onto that Field Blower. I think in the second game I was under pressure as well because I had a Lycanroc prize, but I think I also had 3 Puzzle of Time prize as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I needed to Field Blower. And I needed to Field Blower in order to pull it off, but perhaps maybe thinking it through a little more, I may have been able to do something slightly different. But Summer's got her Buzzwole GX fully charged now. And the Float Stone allows her to retreat. She uses her GX attack, devastating me with a 210. I think 40. It was 240?
Yes.
4, 8, 12, 6, 20. Yeah. 240?
Yeah. It's 40.
You had 5 prizes. 5 balls of 20. 221, I think. With the Fighting Fury belt on there.
8, 12,
yeah.
24. 5.
210. 40 times, not 50. Okay. So had to rip a nearly double supporter there. Thankfully caught that. The N is actually traded, so I had to take off the Float Stone. I think the Float Stone or the Garbodor. Summer now has her Buzzwole active again. She just plays down the Guzma from Wonder Tag. And she's played the Guzma. So wisely she is choosing to go for the damaged Zoroark-GX. Places down the Float Stone, knocks out my Zoroark and really does put me under additional pressure. And she's also got the Strong Energy that she just attached to the benched Buzzwole GX. And it's getting really tense now because I've got 2 prizes, she's got 1 prize, and I really have to try and get her Lele. Just to give me a few more options, I've got Field Blower. So I'm going to try and figure out what to trade now. Game's going to be over pretty soon, so I discard the double Colorless. I can't get any options through this. What would have been great would have been to drag into the Mew-EX, but I picked the wrong Mew up from the discard. I think I know what's coming anyway. I attach and in vain I do 100 damage. Summer pulls off the order pad. That's a heads. Last we see the order pad working.
Yeah.
I think you needed that order pad, didn't you? What were you looking for?
Probably, I don't know really. Maybe the Fighting Fury belt.
Had you already used Knuckle Impact though?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're kind of looking through the options, see what's... She wanted to Ultra Ball for a Lele, for a Guzma.
Yeah, but I didn't have a Lele.
You didn't have a Lele. So we're trying to see what the options are now. I think what we go for is the Float Stone, because at this stage it looks as if you can't get the hit this turn.
Yeah.
But you're going to stop me from getting the hit. Summer, did you have a Strong Energy in your hand there?
I don't know.
I think you manually retreat, which is very clever because I can't quite hit you with Lele if I do have the Guzma. And I think this is pretty much almost over. Because again, I haven't got the options to knock you out. 110 with Lycanroc. I've got no trade capability here. All I have is a Zorua in my hand, double colorless. And the truth now dawns on me that those two strong energies on the Buzzwole just completely take me out. There's Knuckle Impact will do 200, and nothing is now safe. And that's pretty much it. Poor Lycanroc walking into Summer's little trap. So, congratulations, Summer, for pulling off that loss to a draw. Thank you very much for watching. We really like the impact of Tate and Liza, and Copycat as well. Did really good. But we're going to wrap things up. So hopefully see you soon on the channel. Please give us a like and subscribe.
Bye.
Take care, everyone. Please leave us a like and subscribe. Bye.